is Monday, the 14th of October, and I had forgotten that I was going to do a reading vlog this week. I stayed up till like 5 in the morning reading again. I really shouldn't have, so now I feel rough. I really should stop doing like the start of these vlogs until after I've had my tea, but I remember I need to do it, and I'm like, I need to do it now. But yeah, so this week, not much happening. I am doing a buddy read with Lisa, who I will tag below, and we are reading Twice Shy. My copy is upstairs. Otherwise I would show you. But currently I'm reading The Rose Daughter by Maria Lewis. I'm 221 pages in. And I've worked out that to complete my TBR for this month, I need to read an average of 208 pages a day. So I did my pages yesterday, I got 221, so I'm slightly ahead, which is good, because no doubt there's a day where I'm going to not. So yeah, I need to read an average of 208 pages a day to make my TBR. So yeah, this week I'm hoping to get quite a lot read. I can feel myself slowly descending into a slump. It's not like a sudden, like, you're in a slump, but like, I've been tracking how much I've been reading each day, and it's been, it's like I've either been reading like 200-300 pages, or I've been reading literally zero. So I don't know how I'm doing, but I will have to read every day this week because of the buddy read. So I'll be messaging Lisa back and forward as well. But yeah, so I am quite excited. I am just gonna leave that update there because I need to drink my tea and become human, because I'm not human. Kids, don't stay up to 5 o'clock in the morning reading. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do it. So Mr. Man here has been bugging me to let him outside, but it's raining outside pretty heavily. I don't know if you can hear it on the video or not. And now he won't go outside. I told him it was raining, and he doesn't like the rain. And he's like, nah, but I want to go outside. And it's like, go on then. Go on. He's like, no thank you. Do you not want to go outside? Okay, I'll shut the door for you. I'll shut the door. Okay. Is that better? Is that better? Hello. So, I have, as you can see, showered and sorted my hair out. This is the part that I need. Like, this is the one that's like me. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot more myself today. Which is great. So I read my pages of Twice Shy. And I have been messaging Lisa. I really like this book so far. I kind of want more. Like, I feel like it should be a longer book. Like a chunkier book. It's like 300 pages. But like, if this was like 400 or 500 pages, I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad. There's still bits of hair that I'm like working on. Trying to get my hair back to its usual parting and stuff. So yeah, I will be faffing about with that. I also finished The Rose Daughter, which is upstairs, so I'm not going to show you it. I am going to start The Witch Court Death next. That is going to be my next read, just because I'm on a Maria Lewis like run with The Rose Daughter. So there's something on my camera. Not on my camera, on my screen. Anyway, so yeah, I am really excited about Twice Shy. I really want to read more. Like, I might just skip ahead in the buddy read. Sorry, Lisa, but I'm really enjoying it. This bit of hair is going to annoy me, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't know if I've got much more to update on. Not really done anything else. No, I've had a pretty boring couple of days. I've been really feeling out of it, like, my body's just like falling apart. And I feel like death warmed up, so showered to kind of help me feel better. I'm doing sprints tomorrow on Wednesday, so hopefully I'll get a lot of reading done with that. But other than that, I've literally done nothing. I've been sat here like a potato because I feel like death warmed up, like I said. So yeah, I'm just going to stop this update now because there's no point in going on and on and on about nothing happening. I am waiting for Kay to get home. She's at her mum's. Waiting for Kay to get home to see about tea. I've messaged her to see if she's coming home for tea or what, because I'm hungry. I am hungry. Hamish has now been out. You would have seen the last clip of Hamish refusing to go out in the rain after bugging me about it. He's now been out now that it stopped raining. He's still a little soggy monster, aren't you? He's 9 years and a half because I need to feed him. Yeah, he is 6 minutes late for his dinner, people. 6 minutes late. This is like DEFCON 5. So yeah, I'm gonna go and feed Hamish. See about feeding myself. Don't know what I'm gonna do though because I don't have anything easy. Don't know. But yeah, Mum's gone dead, so I'm actually gonna stop now. But I'll see you in the next clip in like now. Hello. It is now Wednesday. I've been terrible at vlogging. I know I've been terrible at vlogging, but I have not been feeling great. So the vlogging has definitely suffered for that. I've still not started The Witcher Court of Death yet. This is going to be my sprinting book for tonight. I'm currently hosting sprints with the lovely Lisa, Catherine, Tori, Marlowe's and Siobhan, who who have agreed to join me. So yeah, I've just finished eating my tea. So I'll be reading after this. We've got 3 minutes left, so I'm just going to watch this announcement video while the timer goes down, and on the next sprint I will start The Witcher Court of Death. I've not done my pages for today. Like I said, I need to do 208 pages per day on average to be able to finish all of the books on my TBR. So I have been tracking what I've been reading. So yesterday I only read 85 pages, but that's fine because I only needed to read 79 because the day before I'd read more. So like it balanced out, and that's why I'm not sticking to like 208 and that's it. Like this is why I will let myself do a little bit more, a little bit less, and whatever. So yeah, I started to do an average of 208 pages. So I've read nothing today, which means that I need to read 208 pages today. That might not be of this. I mean, that's a good chunk into this book. That's like this much into this book. So I might not get that, but then again, I love these books. Might not get that. However, I do have 2 books I have the audiobooks for, so that will be an easy way to get myself sort of round to the 208 pages because I have insomnia and I can't sit up in the light. Like I just lie in bed and listen to podcasts or audiobooks or stuff like that while I'm trying to sleep. So yeah, I could listen to an audiobook tonight at some point, but we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much the update I've got for you today. I've done pretty much nothing. Today's been a day, like a really bad, not even necessarily like a really, really bad pain day, but like I woke up and I was awake at like back at 10, 11 o'clock. And I was lying in bed and I was in that sort of way where nothing hurt. My back didn't hurt, my ribs didn't hurt, my head didn't hurt, my hips, if I'm not already said, like nothing hurt, and I just felt almost like I was floating. So I didn't want to move. Didn't need to pee, which was a new one. Like normally I need to pee, which means I'm probably gonna be a bit dehydrated. Didn't need to pee. Hamish had been fed. Like I did not need to get up So I did not get, I got 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. I was just basking in this, like, not being in pain. So I didn't get up until after 2 o'clock. Because I was just basking in the not being in pain. And then I got up and I was in pain. And when I was on sprints, I started laughing at something and got one of my carry headaches, which was fun. I felt like my head was going to explode again. But yeah, I've had some painkillers. I need to go downstairs and get my other pills to take, and I'm probably due to take more painkillers, to be fair. But yeah, so I've got like 10 seconds left, so I am going to go back at my sprints, and I will update you hopefully with some actual reading being done. Yeah. Good morning. It's 2:30 in the morning on Thursday into Friday, and I have not updated for I don't know how long. I know I'm terrible at this updating thing this week, but oh, my chronic illness has hit me right where it hurts, which is, well, everywhere, but like, you know what I mean. I have basically been a hot mess this week, but I finished The Witch Who Courted Death today. Honestly, Maria Lewis cannot write a bad book. Her characters are incredible. This, I will be doing, I have already decided, once I have all the books, and I've read them at least once, I'm going to do a reading vlog where I read all of them in the correct reading order, because I've been reading them out of order. I'll read them all in the correct order, give my full spoiler thoughts, full reactions, because I can never really remember like nuanced things in books. I just remember like the general gist, like Tommy Grayson is a werewolf. She is half Scottish, half native New Zealander, lives in Dundee, goes to Germany, meets Larkin and Heath and the rebel, anyway, like that's what I mean. Like, I can barely remember anything, but I've just finished this, and oh my god, I love this. This is probably, I literally can't rank these. This is why I want to read them as well, all at once. I literally don't think I can rank these, because every one of them is amazing in its own way. Like the Tommy Grayson trilogy, she is, like I say, New Zealander, Scottish, half and half, lives in Dundee. The way she writes Dundee, I lived in Dundee, and the way she writes Dundee is it's spot on. The way Tommy talks, the way she acts, the banter, like Maria Lewis understands Scottish banter down to a T. Like it's just, it's beautiful. And then Heath, who's a Scottish character he's picked, it's just like, it's excellent the way he's written. But this is about Courvoisier von Klitzing, yeah. Casper von Klitzing, or Courvoisier von Klitzing is her actual name. Casper's her nickname because she is albino. So Casper, ghost. And how her brother dies, and the revenge that she goes, the revenge mission she goes on. And she meets a witch who is mentioned in the other books, Calatulli, who is in this known as Opal, because she's hiding from these people that killed Barry, who is Casper's twin brother, and also tried to kill Casper and took her arm. So they cut off her arm. It's mid-radial, I believe transradial, which means that it's basically like from mid-forearm. She lost her right hand. What was it, left hand? I can't remember now. See, this is the thing, I've just finished and I can't remember. So the representation, she's albino. She's dealing with grief. She has a limb difference, which is mentioned numerous times when she does something, and yet she's fully capable. Sometimes she uses prosthetics, sometimes she doesn't. She has a number of prosthetics that she can use. She has friends who are part of a group who are all have limb differences in some way and use different forms of prosthetics with what they're comfortable with. Like, oh, the way it's done is so good. The way it's done is so good. Like, I don't have a limb difference, I don't, but like the way she's representing someone with a disability in this book, it just has my heart singing, because it gives the whole view of, like, it's not just like she puts on a prosthetic and she's grateful for it, you know, like, and it's not just like all of a sudden she's fine. Like, there's a character in this who was born with a transradial amputation, so like she was born with no arm from like mid forearm, and it's even discussed that she has adapted differently through living her whole life with a limb difference than Casper has dealt with it being only a year since it happened. And like, oh, and the way like kids talk to her, and like the way she interacts with kids, and talks how kids are like, they will outright just say something where like adults will be like, pretend it's not there. She says she hates it when she like, people are like, oh, I didn't even notice, and it's like, of course you noticed. I'm missing my hand. Of course you noticed. Just don't be stupid about it. Like, oh, and her and her brother are both bisexual. Like, we've got some disabled, a bisexual rep in there. I love this book. Like, I love this book. This is probably one of my favourite. Like, Tommy has my heart, but this is probably up there with one of my favourite books that she's written. It's just amazing, and I cannot wait. I've got two more to read. I have read them out of order, like I said, but there's the last one, Her Fiercest Creatures, I believe it's called, which is the last one in the series, like the last that I just got published. And then It Came from the Deep, which is about Amos, who comes into the Rose Daughter. So I'm pretty sure I should have read It Comes from the Deep before the Rose Daughter, to understand more of Amos's backstory. But because they're all companion novels, the only one you really need to read in order are Tommy's books, because you've got Who's Afraid 2, and Who's Still Afraid, and they are in that order. Like, they need to be read in that order because it is following Tommy in all three books. So you get her story through those progressions of those books, but they all, like, while Casper is in that book, you don't know anything about her, and this is Casper's book, and where you get to know about her before everything that goes down. Or kind of partly through, there's a mention about a werewolf coming to work in the bar, and Tommy does that in one of her books. She goes to Berlin, like I said, and she works in this bar, and that's the only crossover that they really have. Obviously Heath is in both sets, but this I can't, literally, people need to pick up these books. Like, you need to pick up these books. They're amazing. Like, I would say this book and the Tommy Grayson ones are my absolute favourite. The Wailing Woman and The Rose Daughter are sort of second place on par, whereas the rest of them like all on par, and like I say, I've still got two to go. This one was actually a gift from Alice when I was having a really down moment. And also, well, I was saying about how I didn't have much left on my TBR, and people were like, buy more books, and I was like, I can't really buy more books because I'm no longer working, so I don't have the income that I have. So while I'm still working that out, books are one of the things that I've sort of like taken off the table, you know, as an expense. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm looking after things I need to look after first, and books are one of the things at the bottom of the pile, basically. So Alice was like, yeah, because I was like, because I was saying as well, like, I don't even have that many books on my wish list. Like, my wish list is very, very small, and I was like, I think I've got like 19 books on my wish list, and Alice was like, it's not a lie. She was like, oh yes, totally, you've got 19 books on your wish list. I was like, Alice, don't. And she was like, Alice, don't do it, don't buy me books. And then I got this with the note that says, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Love you, from Alice. When I say I cried when I got this in the post, it was ugly tears. I love my friends. I love my friends so much. But yeah, this has been one of my favourite books. The disability rep, the LGBT rep, the sort of mixed family rep, almost found family sort of thing, because one of the characters is looking after a niece after her mum has been killed, and they find a family together, and it's just, literally, there's not a bit of this book that I can criticise. Not a thing. Not a thing. Not a bad thing I can say about this book. It was the perfect length. It was the perfect art. It was perfectly put together. This book is just perfect, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, this has been an almost 10-minute rant about this book. So I should probably go to bed. Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning. I just finished this book. I'm still up to date with my 280 pages a day. I only read 202 or something to get to the end of this book, but the day before I'd read 216, so I've got like a little bit to play with, but I'm on track and I'm so happy that I'm on track. I don't know what we should read next, because that book is just, it's not even giving me a book hangover, but it's inspired me to read more great works of fiction. But yeah, if you're going to read these books, I would say starting Tommy Grayson's. I think the first one is Who's Afraid, and then Who's Afraid 2, and then The Rose Daughter, and then The Wailing Woman. No. And then It Came from the Deep, and then The Rose Daughter, and then The Wailing Woman. I don't know. It'll be online somewhere. Just look up Supernatural Sisters, Maria Lewis. I don't know if it's, I always say Maria for some reason, but it's, I don't know why I always say Maria when I see this name, her name like that, but I'm pretty sure if it was somebody else I'd say Maria. Tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I've just finished. I drank all of this. I drank all of this today, on top of everything else I had to drink. That was my goal. So I drank all that. I should go to bed before the sun comes up. Wish me luck, because I've not been sleeping. Well, I have been sleeping, but I've not been sleeping until like 5 in the morning, because I can't sleep, and I've been waking up still, like, today it was a bit later. Today it was like back 12. I woke up. I really need to work out my sleep schedule, but I'm a night owl, like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go, and I will hopefully update you tomorrow. Hello. So I know I look slightly different. I'm clean. I'm squeaky, shiny clean. You can kind of see the purple in my hair now. You see it in the light. It's really weird. Yeah. So I am nice and squeaky clean. I'm currently on sprints with Tori. Marlowe's is with us. Siobhan was with us a minute ago. Well, a minute ago, like an hour ago. 2 hours ago. Jeez. My god, time has flown. We're doing 12-hour sprints, so 12 to 12. And me and Tori are probably going to be the only two on, because we're the only two daft enough to stay on for 12 hours. But yeah, so I've officially, DNF still life. It's just, even listening to the audiobook, I cannot get into it. It's too smart for me. It's too lit-fic. Far too lit-fic for me. So I will not be reading that. I will be immediately unhauling that. Yeah, so that sucks. The next one I need to pick up is The Pill of the Stars. It's that and the Percy Jacksons that I still have to read, and The Inheritance of Arcadia Divina, which I also have the audiobook for. So I'm probably going to listen to the audiobook for Arcadia Divina while I read along, because I'm hoping that the narrator will do justice to the pronunciations, because I'm assuming some of it will have pronunciations of words that I'm not used to, so I want to listen to it at the same time. Although in saying that, I wanted to do that for Babel, whatever, and did not like the narrator, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm thinking of just like, because I want to read the Percy Jacksons like back to back, so I wanted to get everything else read first, but I feel like I'm getting into such a slump that I think I might just read the Percy Jacksons now, and hope that drags me out of the slump. Because this, like Still Life, this does not have punctuation for speech, so there are no speech marks when people are talking. It's just within the I don't understand. I hate it when authors do that. Like, that alone has made me feel like I want to just not even bother reading this book, because it makes it so much more difficult to read. If I'm having a bad brain fog day, or even a mild brain fog day, then that is going to make it so much more difficult to read. and it's going to affect my overall feelings about the book. And I understand it's probably like some kind of posh literary hoity-toity thing, I don't know, but I just think it's poor practice. You wouldn't miss out other punctuation. It's still punctuation, and I feel like it makes the book more inaccessible, which I feel like it is a writer's job to make their work accessible. And doing something as simple as, you know, standard punctuation, I feel like it's not much to ask. I don't know, maybe I'm just being funny. On other news, on the total flip side, so I finished The Witch Court of Death. We all know this, I've talked about it before. Went on a 10-minute rant about how amazing it was. And I've decided to do a dedicated vlog to reading all of the series once I get them all. And I've got a complete series I'm going to do a read through. But I tweeted about it and tagged the author, and the author replied, and we had a couple of back and forths on Twitter, and like the fact that one of my favourite authors replied to me and saw my tweet and how much I loved her books, like that just meant the world to me. That was amazing. So yeah, I then looked up the Supernatural Sisters books on Goodreads to see the reviews, because I had a feeling they were really underrated. And while the ratings that they have are very good, the first book, so Who's Afraid, has 666 ratings, which I thought was quite funny. One of the other ones, I can't remember which one, has 302, and the rest of them all have under 100 reviews. That is absolutely ridiculous. This is part of the reason why I want to do a dedicated vlog. This is a fantastic series. It's fantastic. The way it's been written, the writing style, everything about it is amazing. And I cannot give it enough praise. So I want more people reading this book. I want it to reach more people. This is an author who deserves the hype. This is an author that deserves their books to be out there. So if I can shout loud about it, I am going to shout loud about it. I'm just watching the timer. The timer's about to go off, and we're about to start the chatty part of the sprint. So I'm going to go now and do that. And when I come back, hopefully, I will be on to reading. Do you know what? I'm just going to pick up Percy Jackson because I just want to have a good time reading, you know? So yeah, wish me luck. Good afternoon. It is now Sunday afternoon. It's just gone 1 o'clock and I am on sprints with Becca, Becca, Tori, Alice and Smash. I am also currently editing in this first sprint, and then I will be reading Percy Jackson. I am already 218 pages into Percy Jackson, so making a good cut. I stayed out till 3 again reading though. I need to stop that. I really, really need to stop that. But hey ho, we live and we learn. So in a couple hours I have to go and get my COVID vaccine, which is why I'm dressed. So I need to get this edited and uploaded, ready to go before I leave, and I can take my book with me, so that's fine. He was just chewing his feet, if you can hear him. But yeah, so I am absolutely shattered today. I have put makeup on to try and conceal the fact that I am absolutely shattered today. I managed to film my TBR yesterday, and I'll be going up tomorrow. So I really, really need to edit this. I'm kind of fine. I've edited half of it already, so that should be fine. I should get it. It should be fine. But yeah, I've not really done much else. I was on sprints for 12 and a half hours yesterday. With Tori, we went from 12 till 12. With Alice, Siobhan, and Marlowe's. So that was fun. I did not get much reading done. I only read about 130 pages of Percy Jackson yesterday, while on sprints. The next, nearly 100 pages was off sprints afterwards, because I ended up rolling out of bed at 11:45 for the sprints, and then watched YouTube for the first couple of sprints, showered in the third sprint, and then came upstairs and needed to film, and then had to make tea, and then did like updated story graph and stuff like that in my spreadsheets, and it wasn't until like after 7 o'clock that I actually started reading. So yeah, hopefully I'll do better today. I DNF'd a book yesterday, so my to read per day has gone down to like 188, and I've already read 200 and odd of Percy Jackson yesterday, so I'm on good stead to get my TBR finished. I don't know if I'll DNF Pull of the Stars as well, because there's no punctuation, that just annoys me. But yeah, just a quick update, which is pretty much all this vlog has been. But hopefully I'll get some more reading done, and God, we're going into the last week of November. That's mad. So this video that you're seeing will be my last video in November, so I'll be going up on the 28th. So as of today, I have 11 days left of reading, to get a few books done. So that's not bad. Not bad. And then December, I've got the Ranger Readathon, and that's the TBR that I'm editing today. And hopefully I can get through that. It's not a big TBR. I just stop yawning. I'm gonna need another cup of tea to get through today. I really, really am. But I need to edit this first. That's my first priority, so I should really go and get on with that. Hello. Does anybody want to guess what day it is? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday the next week. So I'm just coming in to finish off this vlog because it just derailed at the end, as always. Yeah. So basically, I did a lot of sprints last week. Very tired, very sore. Vaccine completely knocked me for 6. After I got it on Sunday. I'm still not recovered yet. I'm still really, really struggling. But just the rest of Sunday I just felt horrendous, and then Monday, Tuesday was even worse. But basically, through this vlog, ended up finishing Twice Shy and The Witch Who Courted Death, and I then DNF'd as well, Still Life. It just wasn't for me. But yeah, it's just a quick at the end. As you would have seen, I got my vlog up, so that's good. But yeah, this is just a quick at the end to say that's the summary of what happened. And COVID vaccine kicking my butt. So yeah, this is my last vlog this is my last video of November, so we're into the December as of next week, which is terrifying. I'm actually editing this right now, because we've already been there, it's been a week. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully this hasn't put you off, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.